Good morning, night, or evening, rail fans, depending on where you are in the world. I am Southern Rail Fan 4501 Productions, and today I'm doing another model railway review. This time, I'll be doing this. Now, if you can't already tell, this is a Proto 2000 EMD GP18. It's a type of Generation 1 diesel-electric locomotive. This model is painted for the Norfolk and Western Railroad, and this one has the road number 943 on it. Now, this model is highly detailed. It has a lot of separately applied parts, like these grab irons, separately applied handrails. There's supposed to be a bell right here, but it broke off on mine. I'm seeing what I can do right now about getting a new bell to glue on there. More separately applied detailing on the back, like these MU hoses for, well, connecting multiple locomotives together. These are purely for decoration. Some more grab irons and a coupling hook. And there's also a lot of clearly etched writing that's legible when you zoom in. My camera won't go all the way in there because it's not able to do that, but it's there all right. There's a lot of fine detailing on there. There's even these fans with actual freely rotating fans inside of them. There's 3 in total. Stop. Now there's 3 fans in total. The front and rear fan will actually move. There's also these foldable standing irons on either end of the locomotive. They fold up or down. And then there's a door right here. There's a door right here that will open. I just don't have the tools to open it. And there's these loops on top of here. I'm not entirely sure what they're for. If anyone knows what they're for, then could you please tell me in the comments below? If so, then thank you very much. But there's a lot of detail on here. And inside of this locomotive is actually DCC equipped. It has a TCS T1 decoder. Now, I have already tested this locomotive out, so I know that it runs fine. But for the sake of this video, I'll include a section of it running in. Well, now I have it on the test track, and this is going to be our running session to see how well it runs in either direction. Now, I'm running this on DC because I've had some trouble with the decoder. But this is a very smooth runner so far. Now, this is crawl speed. Well, it runs fine in reverse. Now let's see about forward. Ah, there's the directional lighting. Better stop it before it gets to the end of the track. But as you can see, it's a very smooth runner. And now we come to the part where I have to take this apart and show you the mechanism. So I'll just cut my camera, and when I finish with the mechanism, I'll cut it back on and show you. Okay, so I have the mechanism apart now. So this green piece right here, this is the decoder, and the motor is housed nicely in there, and there's some brass flywheels and a lot of wires up here. It all seems to be a pretty comprehensive system. I'm not entirely sure what that F is for. I think it might be for the front, as Norfolk and Western did run their locomotives long hood forward. I apologize for a shaky camera. My tripod isn't the most stable in the world. But this seems to be a very comprehensive mechanism. There are metal bearings in the trucks. There are ball bearings in each of these trucks. That's what those metal squares are. There's pickups on every wheel, and it's an all-wheel drive. So I don't really have much to complain about here. So I'd say it's a pretty good locomotive. Now I'm gonna put everything back together, and then that'll be it for my review. Alright, now I have everything back together, so now it's time to talk about my thoughts on the engine. Now personally, I think it's a fairly good engine. There's not much to complain about here. It's fairly detailed. The detail, I'd give it a, well, personally, I'd give the detail an 8.9 out of 10 because of the fact that it's highly detailed, and it's got a lot of separately fitted parts, so it's a more of an expert model than a beginner model. So don't be putting this around your kids. If you have children at home, don't give one of these to your children. If you don't want them breaking it, of course. Also, I was able to get the doors open. You might be able to see them right here and right there. Now I have them closed. So, where was I? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, I was talking about my personal review of the engine. Well, I think it's a fairly good engine. I'd give it an 8.9 stars out of 10. Maybe even a 9.5 stars out of 10, because it's not perfect. I do wish there was sound in this, but I mean, hey, I got it for $85, so I mean, what more can you expect for $85? But honestly, I think it's a perfect locomotive and a really good bargain. I got this at the model train convention in, well, I got this at a model train convention down in Cartersville, Georgia. And this thing was at a really good price, $85 even, and that, I think that was a really good deal on that locomotive. I mean, these things normally go for over $100 nowadays. You'd be lucky to get one for $150. But $85? Yeah. So for the price, I'd say it's a great locomotive. Definitely worth your money. Definitely worth 85 to 150 bucks, but nothing more than 150. If it were DCC and sound, I would have given it a... I would say it would be worth probably even 200, but... well, it doesn't have DCC and sound. Well, it does have DC, but no sound. But if it had sound, I'd say it would be well worth 200. But since it doesn't have sound, I'd say 150 is about the right price for it. Anyways, that has been my review on the Walthers / Proto 2000 GP18 road switcher locomotive. And, well, see you next time when I review the C30-7 from Atlas. Hope you have a good day, and thanks for watching Southern Railfan 4501 Productions. Out.